Hey, hello, beautiful love light. Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor of all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. My business that I started in 2017, I called Heart Rhythm Healing through a download that came to me over a course of several weeks of just kind of, sitting in a meditative state, kind of while driving, if that's possible. Seeking out the name of my business. Like if I'm going to do Reiki as a business, what should I call it? And Heart Rhythm Healing is what was downloaded. And then the idea of really like tuning into the rhythm of our own individual heart. That is, to me, what true healing is. Like the answers to all of our questions and anything that we need to heal, it's all found within us. And all we need to do is take the time and space and opportunity to dive into our heart minds and unpack all of the healing and wisdom and guidance that it houses within us. So that is what I do. I do that there's a link in the description box below. It's called the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble. I send healing life force energy to you. If you are in that container, you receive that energy healing every day. And then we all gather together. All the beautiful love lights come together on Tune In Tuesday. And I send a live session. I call it Tune In Tuesday. And it is truly powerful when you anchor into that space and the knowledge and just power of energy healing and trust that it's coming, like open to receive that transmission every day, no matter where you are in the world at 9 o'clock in the morning. It flows to and through you for your highest benefit. And it is uniquely and specifically coded for you individually, which is super cool. I love it. I love what Spirit has like charged me with. Like, it's just super cool. And the reason I'm in here coming into YouTube and sharing is because I really wanted to dive in deeper to the Mayan Galactic Calendar that was introduced to me by another YouTuber. Her name's Cassia. Her channel is linked in the description box below, Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. I highly recommend checking out her channel. She's awesome. But I wanted to dive deeper into this. And so I was like, well, shoot, why don't I just start putting videos together of what I'm learning and see where it goes? And so here I am, just sharing about the things that I'm learning. Currently, all I'm doing is really reading out of the calendar. So if you want to get one of those to read along, that link is in the description box below as well. A couple other things. So, and that is like 13moon.com is that website. And then also there's links to like my website. And if you want to, connect with me on Facebook or Instagram, all that stuff is in there. The daily affirmation, I believe I updated that today. I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. So that's in there if you want to follow along when we get to that in just a few minutes. And then also there's a link to the astrodreamadvisor.com. That's another resource that I use to gather information about the Mayan Galactic Calendar and just learning about the energetics and the spiraling of time, the radial time that we're spiraling through. That is linked. So if you want to click on that, open it in a new window, then you can follow along when I get to that place as well, where we'll dive in a little bit deeper into the qualities and energetics of what being a White Worldbridger is all about, which is the day that we find ourselves in today. So we're going to start at the top level, y'all, which is where I start every time. And the reason I do that is because those energetics are coded into every day. So the White Wizard codes are that every day for the next 9 years, because we're in this 13-year wave spell of the White Wizard. And so the energetics of enchantment, receptivity, and timelessness are being coded and like dropped in every single day as we spiral through this 13-year White Wizard wave spell. So those energetics are prevalent. So things that, like, when I say these words, pay attention to the ideas and thought forms and associations and feelings that bubble up inside of you. And if it's worthy of like taking note, That's exactly what it's meant for. It's meant for you because each one of us, we're pulling out different things from each experience that we have, each moment within our day. We're gathering intel, so to speak, for our own benefit, right? If we choose to see it that way, which is what I do. So I'm just inviting you into seeing things from that perspective, that really, truly, every single solitary thing, positive or negative, that happens in our individual lives is on purpose, for our highest benefit and good, especially when we choose to start telling ourselves that and seeing life from that perspective. And it's a much more empowering and uplifting way to move through life than to live in the low vibrational, everything is out to get me, FML, um, ugh, why? That serves no one, least of all you. But to sit in this space of like, okay, how does this benefit me? And to unpack that, like your mind is gonna go to work to figure that out. Of course, if you wanna look at like all the crap and everything falling apart and how it's just worse and gonna get worse, that's also what you're gonna create because that's how powerful you are. You will create the crap as easily as you can create amazing things. But we've been led to believe that we can't, we can't, we can't, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. And so it is because you are enchanting those words into your energetics, coding that idea of I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't, it's too hard. It's too hard. It's too hard. FML, like that's what you're speaking into you. And all you got to do is shift that conversation, begin casting different spells, enchanting the genetic code that makes you you with different ideas and thought forms and words and behaviors and actions. Enchantment, receptivity, timelessness. Time is an illusion. We think that we have more time than we have. We think we have less time than we have, right? Like we think that there's not enough time. Like it's all an illusion. And we're just cycling and spiraling. And as soon as you decide to take control of you, man, life, the game of life completely changes. And that's what I want for you. For real, like I want you to experience the magic and mystical qualities of life that I do on the daily. Like, so yesterday was Tuesday, right? And I did my Tune In Tuesday session and I've started breaking up. I used to do a card pull, but the sessions were getting really long and I just was really feeling it spirit led on my heart that I really wanted to segment those two. So I do Tune In Tuesday and now I do a Wednesday weekly card pull. And it's so crazy how the energetics that we sit under for healing on Tuesdays, the confirmation that has come up the last couple weeks through the weekly card pulls, like it's uncanny to me. The synchronicities and confirmation, and it's that is like the like juice, the like magic of life in my world. And I want all of that. I want that for you too. And you can have it. You start creating it. And again, you have time. We're going to spiral through this for the next 9 years, really taking stock of your thoughts and words and actions and being very conscious, aware, and intentional of what you're coding into your beautiful, highly intelligent body. We talked all about the body yesterday with Red Serpent. I highly encourage you to watch that video, man. That was yesterday, the energetics of yesterday, the energetics of the Red Serpent, especially diving into the Astro Dream Advisor. So even if you don't want to go through the whole video, click on that link and check out, like read through the Red Serpent from yesterday. I mean, wow. I was totally blown away and just completely like my energy felt so expansive and so like excited about the energetics of what the red serpent offers for us So cool. And I haven't read White Worldbridger in a while, so I'm kind of excited to dive into that today. And like, again, like with you, like I share, like you get sort of my raw, real reactions because I've stopped reading through this before I come in here. I'm like, well, I'm going to read it anyway. Might as well just read it with y'all. So you get my like authentic, like, whoa. I mean, every once in a while, I guess I read through. I shouldn't say that I've stopped, but I don't do it as often as I did in the beginning. Like I'm getting more comfortable being in front of y'all. So, okay, sorry. So that was, 13-year wave spell. And we are 4 years into this 13-year wave spell, which brings us to this year, the red self-existing moon year, which ends July 25th, 2023. So the reason that it's a self-existing tone is because that's the fourth tone of creation, and we're in the fourth year of the White Wizard wave spell. So again, I want you to start to see these patterns, right? So the code keys of the Red Moon tribe are purifies, universal water, and flow. And all of those beautiful, in my opinion, divine feminine qualities of the Red Moon energy, those are prevalent every day throughout this, from July 26th of last year until July 25th of this year. So we're over halfway through the year, but those energetics have been kicking along with self-existing tone, which I feel have more of a masculine feel, which I think is super cool for this particular year because the divine union of those the energies of the sacred masculine and the divine feminine, right, have been like really flooding and flowing together to create this divine union. And so I think it's super cool that we have this masculine qualities from the self-existing tone of define, measure, and form juxtaposed against the red moon qualities of purifies, universal water, and flow. Like I personally think that that's, again, synchronistic, like the magical mystery of all of this stuff. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't really know how or why it all weaves together to create those, magical synchronicities, but I love it. I love it when it happens. Okay, so next level is the 65-day season that we find ourselves in. Feeling like I should read this for some weird reason. All right. So within the sacred 260-day galactic matrix that we just kickstarted again, right? Like we started that flow. Let me see something. Because maybe I should have put this together last week. Yeah. Okay, so that's crazy. Okay, so the within the sacred 260-day galactic matrix. So we just started a new galactic spin 6 days ago, entering into the dragon with the red dragon wave spell that we're in, which I'll get to in just a second. But we also entered this new castle, right? That instigated that same day. So yeah, anyway, I guess that's more the castles than the 65-day season. But regardless, like super cool. So there are 4 65-day galactic seasons that activate the powers of the 4 evolutionary guardians. So, and represent a recurring ascending progression through the instinctual primal self. So we were going through the red Eastern serpent season of instinct, but we cycled into a couple weeks ago, actually, because again, I got the castle and the season flip-flopped in my brain, and I apologize. So we cycled, and I can tell you the date. It was the white northern dog season of heart started January 23rd. So we were in that instinctual primal self, and now we've spiraled into the emotional mammalian self of the dog. And that's where I'm gonna stop. So that's currently where we're at in the progression, right? We moved from the instinctual primal lower chakras. So in my mind, I view it as the root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra. Those are the like primal instinctual self. And now we're dead center in that heart center. And we have a lower heart, a mid center heart, and then a high heart chakras, right? Like it's actually broken into 3 separate sections, but it's one chakra. And that is the season of the, white northern dog that we're in, the season of heart. The code keys of white dog are loves, heart, and loyalty. So I feel like for the next 65 days, the energetics and code keys of those words are going to be coming through pretty strongly. And then we have that 52-day castle, which again, I screwed up. I was thinking about the fact that we entered a new matrix spin, and we also entered a new 52-day castle. So my guess is, let's see, 4, 208. Yeah. So the 52-day castles actually flow through a complete 260-day kin, which is what I got excited about. So maybe that was why I needed to piece that together. And we, with the start of the new galactic spin, we started a new castle of time, this red castle of turning. And what's kind of resonated with me the most is this idea of like turning the soil, like tilling up the ground, like really preparing the way for the seeds that you want to plant. Because that's the time that we're in. We're in this initiate seed court of birth that the red Eastern Castle of Turning initiated last week. And then it also initiated the next spiral of time, that'd be the moon. Sorry, the 13-day wave spell, which is the red dragon. That also initiated all on the same day. So we had a brand new castle of time that we entered, a brand new wave spell. I thought it was something else too. Oh, and the galactic spin. All culminated on one day, which is super cool. And then yesterday we turned the page. We went from one moon, the 7th. Sorry, y'all, I'm blanking. Resonant moon, the resonant tone of creation moon, the last lunar cycle. And we flowed into a new 28-day lunar moon cycle this month, moon month, whatever you want to call it, of the galactic moon of integrity. So the galactic moon of integrity brings in, I didn't write them down, the code keys of harmonize, model, and integrity. So that's the next 27 days. We're going to be cycling through that moon, the galactic moon. And those qualities are going to be impregnated into every day. I'm laughing because the word that came up in my head. Anyway, but that's what it is, or infused. Those energetics are going to be infused into every day. But yeah, again, we're also in that red dragon wave spell, that 13-day wave spell. And those code keys are nurtures, birth, and being. So why not have the energetics of harmonize, model, integrity impregnated into these days as we're cycling through the red dragon wave spell, which is nurtures, birth, and being. And then that drops us into today, where we find ourselves, which is the White Rhythmic Worldbridger, the day of today. So I just want to see if there's anything else that stands out from this calendar. To touch base on again, or So our kin number, if you want to know your galactic signature or your kin number, there's a link in the description box below to that as well through 13moon.com. Kin means day. Each day has a kin number to indicate where you are within the 260 unit galactic matrix. And again, we're on day 6 of that 260 unit galactic matrix. Wow. Every galactic signature has its own kin number. 13 tones times 20 glyphs or solar tribes equals 260 kin. And we each belong to a different tribe. I am a part of the white spectral wizard tone and tribe kin. So that's me, y'all. Okay. Wow. I want to read Worldbridger. So that is tribe 6. White is the color of the tribe. It's associated with the direction north, and the code refines. So something energetically is being refined for us today, whether we are conscious or unconscious of it. And I would encourage you to sit with that and see what bubbles up for you. Like, what is being refined within my inner cosmos, and trust what comes up for you. But something in your little vortex is being refined today. And you can discover what that is if you just trust the answer that comes up within you. The code keys of White Worldbridger are equalize, death, and opportunity. The quote comes from the Maori. Quote, "You were, you will be. Know this while you are. Your spirit has traveled both long and far. It rose from the source. To the source it returns. The spark which was lighted eternally burns." Now, if memory serves, I believe that I looked up the Maori a while ago, and I'm pretty sure that it's like a Polynesian tribe, and the Polynesians followed the Mayan calendar. Like they operated under this same 13-20 ratio of time, following the 13 moons. Worldbridger represents revelation, realization of the mortality of the physical body, the organic balance of life and death, the realm of neutrality which facilitates bridging and connection, intimate exchange with the spirit of the ancestors. As a force of equalization, the inevitability of death humbles us all. As we contemplate how all things have an eventual ending, we are drawn into the richness of the now. With the perception that death equals opportunity, we find a sacred key that speaks not only of our imminent passing beyond this physical body, but also in regards to ego death. By continually shedding what no longer serves us, we learn to yield to death as a natural overturning of cyclical processes. Realizing identities and surrendering attachments grants us access to new worlds, or new ideas, new perceptions, new ways of being, right? I mean, you're creating your world. Worldbridger asks, what within your life is asking to be let go of or ended to make way for a new cycle to begin? What is discovered when you contemplate our human mortality? How can we overcome fear of death and find trust in the journey of life? It's a good question to ask, especially right now. How can we honor the reality of death in all its facets as a sacred ally of life? Let us welcome the power of death to liberate us from self-defeating habits, fears, and limitations. May it be. A succinct mantra for aligning with Worldbridger power is, quote, "I surrender to opportunity," end quote. And then the final quote comes from Peace Pilgrim. "When you know that you are only wearing the body, which can be destroyed, that you are the reality which activates the body and cannot be destroyed, How can you be afraid? Love it. All right. So we are in tone 6, the rhythmic tone of creation. Those code keys are organize, balance, and equality. The quote comes from Hazrat Inayat Khan, quote, "Music is behind life and rules life. From music springs all life. The whole creation exists in rhythm, and in a general phrase, it may be said that there is one common source of human disease, and that is disorder in rhythm." All life on Earth, including the rhythms of our body, are influenced by the rhythms of ever-changing combinations of celestial movements. Daytime, for example, offers high energy of the sun for outward exertion and communication. Nighttime, conversely, welcomes the deepening of intuition, supporting expansive internal processes. By noticing the fluctuations of nature, we can receive the support of its cycles to enhance our endeavors. As we give attention to our personal rhythms, we can actualize deeper levels of organic balance, both physically and emotionally. A sense of balance can be achieved by accepting that life is a process, an ongoing motion requiring dynamic organization and reorganization, a sacred juggling act. When we organize the elements of our life, we invite efficiency and functionality into our reality. Organization assists us to streamline and coordinate, producing greater ease and equilibrium. May we respect the various aspects of maintenance as the foundation which supports the art of our life. Through the eyes of equality, all moments equally contribute to the sacred balance of our lives. We are reminded that this too shall pass and this too shall return. May we see all beings in the light of equality, finding innovative ways to enact ever greater balance with the web of life. So that I was thinking about that idea that I really struggled with harmonizing with all of creation, like all creatures. Yeah, like that really like struck me because I was like, I don't know. Like, I think there are things that we don't really want to harmonize with, but this, like, may we see all beings in the light of equality. I think that like pulling those two ideas together, like, no, like we are all equal. We're just spiraling through different places and spaces, and we're feeling different feelings and we're vibrating different vibrations, but it's okay for us to come together and harmonize. And why not like code into us that we are powerful enough to truly raise the vibration and allow those that we don't necessarily like, maybe like at an ego level, right, don't want to harmonize with, but we have the power to raise them so that they can come up to like into balance, right, where we don't necessarily go like super low, but like we don't have to be like high above, right? Like to really like breathe, bring it back into that equal balance, right? Like that like flow of this dynamic balance, right? So anyway, I was thinking about that where I was like, gosh, I do want to harmonize with all of creation. And I don't like I again, ego probably shown in that trigger point yesterday, but as I sat with that and I really unpacked it, like this idea of like equality, like we are like I am not above or below anyone ever. I'm just spiraling, cycling my own cycle, doing my thing, right? Like coming back around and coming like so maybe on some level, like it might look like I'm above or it might look like I'm below, or maybe people would like have that perception, right? Like, whoa, I'm like way above that chick. Or like, dang, she's way above me, right? Like it's all like like it's where you are on the spiral, but make no mistake, I'm going to come back around. And we all are, right? Like we're all like cycling, and that's the great equalizer, right? Like we're all spiraling through and seeking to create this deeper, greater harmony between all of us. And the other idea, like I'm pretty sure that when like in a song, when you talk about like the harmonization, when you're like, ooh, like that had like an 8-part harmony, right? Like we can harmonize and still be on our own vibratory level. So in unpacking what, like, again, I feel like my ego got a little got the better of me, and so be it. Like, I'm human also, I struggle just like everyone else, but I like this idea of, no, we really are all equal. Now, do I fully understand what that means? No. But we're all worthy, right? We all hold intrinsic value, right? And that's what we can harmonize with, the worthiness and the value that we all intrinsically house and hold. Anyway, I really felt it on my heart that I wanted to say something about that because I was like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Sometimes things hit me and I just don't know how I feel about them. And I'm gonna be open and honest with y'all and share that. Like, I'm on the journey and I want to know your insights and viewpoints and, things that you feel guided to share with me, right? Like, things that have helped you or things that you're kind of stuck on, right? That you're like really like toiling over, right? Because that's why we're here, to help each other. I am learning. I'm not an expert in this. I'm learning, and I have a desire to learn because I find all of this shit so fascinating that I want to dive deeper and deeper. And I'm so grateful and thankful that y'all are here on this journey with me. Like, it's super cool to me. Like, I don't know where you are in the world. I'm in the southern United States, southern central United States, and y'all could be anywhere. And that's just it's so cool to me. And again, I want to meet you. I want to know you. So if you're watching these things, drop comments like, give me like, hey, I caught your video. Thank you. Or like, that sucked, or like, here's what I think, or that was awesome. Or, I mean, whatever. I can take it. Trust me, after 2020, I can take a lot. Actually, I have found that I'm really, really resilient, good, bad, or otherwise. That's where I'm at right now. I developed resiliency. And again, I invite you to do the same. I think that it's beneficial for us. I think it strengthens our energetic boundaries. I think it strengthens our emotional boundaries. I think it strengthens our mental boundaries. Resiliency is a really awesome thing, I believe, to cultivate and nurture within each one of us. You're not breakable. You're just not. Can you be broken? Sure, absolutely. But you can also put the pieces back together and learn and become stronger because of the brokenness or the feelings of brokenness, the perception of brokenness. Because the reality is, you're complete, you're whole, you're worthy, you have value, right? That galactic moon of integrity, that's all about that completeness or wholeness, coming into deeper, greater, more alignment with who you truly are, to house and create and get to know that integrity within you. Okay, we're going to read the daily affirmation for the White Rhythmic Worldbridger day that we find ourselves in. And it's in the description box if you want to follow along. So the guiding power of today, I'm going to read that. Guiding power is, each day has a guiding power that you can invoke to align with the highest potential of the day. On day 1, on tone days 1, 6, and 11, we're guided by our own power doubled, because so there's this is it Worldbridger? Right? Worldbridger is death, right? Didn't I say that? The Worldbridger brings in the quality of death. Yep. And so that is also the guiding power of today. So at the end, we say, I'm guided by my own power doubled, because today's guiding power is death. And the power of that tribe is also death, just to clarify. Okay, so I organize in order to equalize. Balancing opportunity, I seal the store of death with the rhythmic tone of equality. I am guided by my own power doubled. All right, so I'm going to the Astro Dream Advisor, the breakdown of the question of the day, and more diving deeper into White Worldbridger. Yeah. The question: how do I balance the male and female energies within myself in order to bring heaven to earth? The White Worldbridger qualities: change, transformation, release, multidimensional consciousness, surrender, control, revelation, death, rebirth, transmutation, forgiveness, humility. In this lifetime, you are being asked to release and surrender. Surrender is the opposite of giving up. It is freeing yourself from the desire to be in control, letting go of how you think things should be. Surrender is freedom. You are being invited to release yourself from the bondage of preconceived action to let everything be all right as it is so that you can live a more inspired life in the moment. You are being asked to take action in the process of surrender and release. You are requested to die a symbolic death, to surrender your limiting beliefs. Symbolic death unveils the self by cutting away the outgrown parts of yourself that no longer serve you. In such death, ego structures fall away to reveal the garden of the true self. Look for new ways of being, new people, new ideas, and new directions that will move into the vacuum created through surrender and release. Like yeast, surrender enlivens and empowers you to experience more of life's fullness. Holding on to past patterns and grievances only limits the possibilities. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Let go. Surrender whatever limits you. Face whatever you are resisting. In the experience of any loss, it is never too late to complete. Through your willingness to walk in the dark forest, insights and revelations will naturally emerge. Accept the truth of your present situation. Through accepting what is, you are free to go forward. Change and growth become easier and more natural. Each experience in this enlivened state of surrender allows for more joy. The color for White Worldbridger is forest green. You, like the symbol of the evergreen tree, are alive and green amidst the process of apparent death and transformation of winter. Green creates a feeling of balance and restful calm. It is restorative and healing, grounding and centering. If you wish to access the power of White Worldbridger, visualize forest green. Y'all, what's really crazy about all of this is the card that I pulled today within the weekly card pull of the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble was one of them was surrender. Like those are the synchronicities that I'm talking about, the confirmations. Like it's super cool. And the more that you align with yourself, the more magical your life is going to get. I am so excited that you came in here today and spent this time with me today and that you're learning along with me. I love you and I appreciate your time more than anything. It is truly the most precious and creative gift that we can share with one another. Thank you for being here. If you liked this video, go ahead and just tap on the thumbs up. It will really help me. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do that. If you click the bell, you'll get notifications when I go live. There's other ways to connect with me, but really, truly, I just am super grateful that you're here. Thank you so much. Beautiful love light. Until tomorrow or the next time I come in here, as always, go shine your beautiful love light. Mwah. I love you so much.